brilliant to catch up with my mates from Bleed From Within. Ali, I've got to say, firstly, I'm so fucking happy for how the Lamb of God set went down. Tell us a bit about how that came to be, but also, did you see it as a real opportunity? Because Bleed From Within's music's been fucking brilliant since the beginning. It's just nice to have just nice to have opportunities like this to let people know that.
Definitely, mate. I mean, you know, given the situation this year and what was going on, and we'd released Fracture, which was our, you know, the old cliche. It's this is our best album, dude. So you know, it really was a sort of turning point for the band, and it was the final album on Century Media. It's, you know, it's a big change. There's a lot of stuff on the horizon, and we were really excited to get it out there. So we made we stuck by our timeline to release it at the end of May, and a lot of bands were moving their albums about, and we had that option on the table, but we said, you know what, fuck this. I think now more than ever, music is important. We have to get it out there and give the fans something new and stand by what we'd said, sort of thing. And as the year unfolded and all the touring opportunities kind of disappeared, and we had a really fucking solid year of touring lined up, it was devastating to see that all sort of disappear. But, you know, we're looking to the future and we're rolling with the punches, and we were engaging more with fans. And we went ahead and did this stream and this performance, and you know, we sort of showed it about the place, and Lamb of God came knocking on the door, and it was offered, and it was great. You know, to have a global platform for that was an amazing opportunity, and you know, it's no secret that we are massive fans of Lamb of God. It's laced through our own music, and we've listened to that band growing up. We played some shows with them during the summer last year, and we got to meet the band, and like, you know, I'd met them with some Silos' shows over the years, but to have Bleed and Lamb of God sort of come together and everyone just sitting in the dressing room having beers and stuff like that was great. So to share the stage again in a very different capacity this time was great. And, you know, their fans get us, and our fans love Lamb of God, and it was just amazing opportunity. And we couldn't have asked for anything more for this year. You know, we just seen it. We saw a massive spike in all the streaming numbers, and people were buying merch, and we were just like, thank fuck. We could announce a show, which was great.
Well, I wanted to ask as well, like, I hope it's not pulling the curtain back a little bit too much, but you guys all work in video production. So I have been raving about the opportunity that this has afforded bands, because no touring sucks, man. Like, yeah. I've spoken to certain musicians. Corey from Trivium really stands out as someone that just feels so bummed without bit life on the road, and I understand and I respect that. But the opportunity afforded with live streaming globally, and if you can do something that isn't just you in your rehearsal room playing some songs,
well, like exactly. But that's what we kind of when we started discussing this, we wanted to do something different. Like, we've toured non-stop over the years, and you know, we've got a ton of live videos and live content up there. People can go and watch us at Bloodstock or at Download or Grasspop or wherever it may be. And you know, that's when you see I'm at the back, the rest of the guys are at the front, and you see us rocking out doing our thing, which is great. Do you know what I mean? That's all good and well. But with this, like, it's Gunzi, Kennedy, and Davey do the video, the sort of graphics, visual. I forget the words now. It's not my job. They do the shit with the laptops, right, and they make everything look great. And when it came to doing this is something that we've spoken about for so long, but it's such an investment piece when it comes to touring, to carry a video wall with you in the van and stuff like that. So this was the one chance. We didn't have to think about that. We just had a really successful release campaign with Fracture, and we thought, right, let's sink some money into this. Let's fucking go for it. You know, what can we do here? And they're like, 13-meter video wall. Let's fucking do it. And we put together this set list, spanning the past 10 years of the band's career, basically. And we went to town on this. This is a whole new level of production. And Gunzi and that have raised the bar. And I think people that see this are going to be, this is how we've always wanted to be able to present ourselves. And we've finally had an opportunity and a platform to do it, and it's really exciting. But like you said, man, like, rolling with the punches, this year's been really busy for Gunzi and that, with the video work. Obviously, loads of people wanting that kind of content to be sharing online, so that's been good for them. I work for a merchandise company, and loads of bands are selling merch online. So again, I've been very lucky in the sense that touring hasn't totally ruined me, but I fucking miss being on the road, mate. I really do. It's a killer. I mean, it's a Tuesday night and I'm on the beers, you know.
Yeah, no change there then. It's good to see that some things stay the same, Ali. So I wanted to ask you something, because I interviewed Scott a couple of weeks ago. Something really stood out is, like, I've really enjoyed your band since the very beginning, but Scott was quite semi-insistent that the last two records have been truly representative of how you have wanted to be and the standards that you've wanted to meet. Like, is that a shared view throughout your band? Because I was quite taken aback by that, because as a horrific mark for your band anyway.
Well, obviously, thanks for supporting the band, even when we considered our music to be shit. We appreciate that support, and maybe that's a bit harsh, but you know, we are our own harshest critics, and you know, we care very little for what anyone outside of the band thinks, in the sense that, you know, you love the band, we're like, yes, thank you so fucking much. If you don't like it, we're like, that's cool, man. You know, I probably don't like what, you know, I might not like your band or whatever else. Like, everyone's entitled to that opinion, and that's totally cool. But with every release of every album, we've very much been like, fuck, we can do better than that, and pushed it to the side, and we've always moved on. But Era, after being away for so long, and I don't even want to talk about that, because all interviews end up dwelling on this time away, and we're like, fuck this, moving forward now. Era we had a lot of time to hone in on the sound that we wanted to make, and Era was the start of something new for us, and Fracture is just an evolution of that. And the material that we've been writing during lockdown for the next album is definitely an evolution of that again, and it's a step up. And we've really found what it is that we want to make, and we've been slowly carving that out for years, but I think now it's becoming more apparent to people and more obvious to people what the band's really about and what it sounds like.
And like, Scott gave me a very conservative answer to this, so I'm going to ask you as well. So, no, hey, hear me out, man. What I love about Bleed From Within is kind of what I love about the shirt that I'm wearing at the minute. When you listen to both Bleed From Within and Trivium, you can really hear the music that is loved by the people that make it. Right, it's its own thing, but it's built up. It's built up of the components of what you love as a band. What I wanted to ask you about is what you've thought of rock music in the time that we haven't spoken to each other. Because we were thick as thieves when you were on the road and all the rest of it, and we used to knock around together a lot. But a lot has happened in the world of rock and metal since then. And I wondered your take on it, and how and where Bleed From Within can fit in, because the UK has had a real renaissance of good bands in that time. For some reason, your fucking name gets left out more than I would say is fair. So I wanted to get your take on it all.
Well, I can see now why Kennedy gave a very conservative answer. Kennedy, he played it safe. He walked the line, so to speak. I mean, that's... like you said, it's just been a really exciting sort of, what would you say, decade? Not even, I'd say 5 to 7 years.
5 years, yeah.
The last 5 years, there's been a lot of amazing bands that have come out the woodwork, and, you know, they've been presented with amazing opportunities and been able to pounce on them straight away, and it's very much, you know, it's an exciting time. And I guess for a while there, before the release of Era, we were off the map for quite a while. And we were, you know, people probably thought that we'd had our chance, and that was us done. You know, if I could be quite honest and candid about it, we had some great opportunities back sort of 7 years ago, with management and signing a new record deal and stuff like this. And we really got pushed. You know, we had tours with Testament and Megadeth, and all this stuff was kind of kicking off. And for reasons that can't be spoken about legally, you know, we fell off the map for a bit. And the other bands and bands that we enjoy now, and, you know, we look forward to playing shows with and stuff, that was their time as they sort of rose up. I don't think anyone particularly forgot about us, but we always felt like we were the underdogs anyway, and sort of coming back. And with the past couple of albums, it's instilled that fight in us to really prove ourselves, but more to each other than it is, like I said earlier, we're not doing it for anyone else. But we have that in the back of our minds that we've done it for so fucking long. We love the music that we make, and we're proud of it, and we're going to push it. So we're just never going to give up. We're going to keep going, and if that kind of garners attention as it goes on, then that's great. But yeah, exciting time for music, especially in the UK. And if we were left out, then get with the fucking program. New albums.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly that, man. And what excites me on this side of the pond is nobody knows most of that stuff that you were just talking about. All they've got is 4 records that rip. And especially at the form you're on at the minute, does it feel like 2020 has been a real renaissance? Because from where I sit, looking at the metrics and looking at you on Facebook posting, this video's just done 1 million views, cheers. Like, it fucking warms my heart like you wouldn't believe, mate.
I mean, thanks again, mate. You've, like you said, you've had the bands back for a very long time, and we appreciate that. We never felt like we had a lot of friends in the industry for a long time. Now sort of coming back and seeing the successes that have happened just this year, we're a lot of people who we've known for quite a while. Some people are coming and trying to talk to us now, and we're like, nah, fuck you. I remember when you came back and left, but people like yourself, we've not got any fucking time for that, man. We're really,
I know.
It's such a superficial industry, but the friends that you make in it and the friends that stick by are really, I value that a lot. So thanks again. But I mean, this year, think about all the shit that's happened this year and what every band's had to deal with. This has been the biggest and most exciting year for our band, which is fucking mental. Because if you told me that, and we were looking at this really amazing tour that we were going to be on for like 2 months at the start of the year, and we were main support to this massive metal band that we all listened to and all grew up loving, and then that got postponed and it got moved and then it got cancelled, and then we were like, fuck, what's happening with this year? And then the record label are like, oh, do you want to move your album? And we were just like, this can't be happening. Everything was going so well, but we just kind of knuckled down and we stuck to what we wanted to do and how we wanted to continue, and did it our own way. And things have just developed in such it's taken our breath away, really. Do you know what I mean? We just didn't expect it to play out like this. So yes, 2020 has been the biggest, most successful year of our band to date, which, like I said, in light of everything else that's going on, is pretty mind-blowing.
And Ali, this might just be my perspective, so do correct me if I'm wrong here. But like, when you look at a band like Metallica, Lars is kind of the business guy. When I look at Flee From Within and how you operate, I kind of have always looked at you as that guy. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but if it is, how has it been navigating the waters of 2020? Because it's one thing to say this has been the most successful year of our career, but like, it's important that people take a second to realize what a fucking insane achievement that is, given where we are in human history. Yeah,
it has been mental, and I'm the guy in the band that deals with the business side of things mostly. Everyone's got their individual roles. Stephen does like the social media accounts. Gunzi primarily does the content that you'll see, so like the amazing visuals and stuff like that. But everyone now has roles, and that's slowly developed over time, because for a while it was a mishmash of 5 people wanting their voices heard. But we sort of realised as time went on, I'll just do this, you do this. Everyone's got their part to play. But I'm more the sort of chosen representative. So it's very still, there's a democracy at play. But I'll be the person that sort of has to make the shitty decisions at the end of the day. But for this year, it's, like I said, we all had a clear image of what we wanted to do. And it's just been a case of friendships and business sort of relationships that we've had over the years, that preserving then and them acting on them at the right time. And then just sticking to our guns and having a plan that we'd be following regardless of what's thrown at us. A lot of what we had, we have a live stream that's coming up in a couple of days, and we wanted to do this sooner, but we got given the Lamb of God support slot opportunity, so we had to adapt to that, and we were like, oh shit, we're gonna have to move this about and move this. But those are punches that I'm more than happy rolling with. Do you know what I mean? To be given the global support for a band like Lamb of God was great. But I've got some friends, in particular, I'd give him a shout out, Adam Foster from 5B. He's been a massive help to this band, and 5B as a company, I know you know them well. they're the forefront at the moment of the sort of metal management thing. And when you've got someone like him on your side that you can turn to if there's, if I've got some advice, or if I wanted to say, could you help with this or help with that, then Adam's always been there, and I really appreciate that. Like yourself, he's someone who's a friend but believed in the band for a long time. So it's just surround yourself with good people that believe in the band and trust in it, and then just sort of stick to your gut. And we've made a lot of mistakes over the years that we will never make again. And for those reasons alone, I feel like, or those reasons along with everything else, I feel like we're in a really good position at the moment.
Blinding. We got to talk about this headline set, man. So is this an entirely new set from the Lamb of God one, or is this an extended version of it?
Yeah, this is the one. So this is the full extended set that we wanted to release, and this is what we'd gone into thinking. We didn't make the show thinking that we were going to put 30 minutes to Lamb of God. We made the show like, this is the biggest Bleed From Within show of all fucking time. This is what you're getting. And then we got that show and we were like, oh shit, we should take something. We'll take a little bit from this, give people a taster. So, you got 5 tracks on the Lamb of God stream, whereas this has got 12. And yeah, this is Bleed From Within like you've never seen us before. As cheesy and as cliche as it sounds, you've legit never seen us with pyro. You've never seen us with a 13-meter video wall. You've never seen us, just the level of production, the lighting show. A good friend of ours, again, somebody who's believed in the band for a long time, did lights for us on the Megadeth tour in 2013, a bunch of other times over the years. But Tom Campbell, a good mate, worked with loads of bands. He's done Sleeps and 30 Seconds to Mars, and I don't know how many bands he's worked with over the years. But we had this clear vision, and we sent him a very specific list of things, and he thought, right, okay, why don't we, it was in the round was what he thought, and we'll put lights here and we'll have the lights there. And he programmed this entire light show. It's just like nothing we'd ever seen. Also, when we started playing and we walked in to start setting up for this, we just saw it and we were like, what the fuck? And I remember we started playing and we sort of stopped and we were like, we sound checked and everyone was just looking around. Like at the production, the pyro's going off. We're just like, this is amazing. Like this is what we've always wanted. But I mean, this is the band now sort of taking that step up and moving forward to the festival appearances next year and stuff. Fingers crossed they actually happen. So festival appearances and headline shows that we're going to be doing from this point onwards. This is the kind of level of production that we want to get to. And yeah, like I said, it's the biggest and best you've ever seen us.
Was it easy to recreate that buzz when you are stood in the middle of that? Like I've seen some streams where it takes the band a couple of songs to warm up to the fact that it's a live stream and there's no audience. Like it's not everyone comes out the blocks roaring. Well, but when you sound check and you've got pyro going off, I can literally picture the looks amongst you. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, mate, it was amazing. I mean, don't get me wrong. Gunsy had some scary moments when he was headbanging and the pyro went off, and he thought we was just going to flip back and the hair would just disintegrate, But the energy was there. Like you have to remember that this year, the build up from it, we released the first single from the latest album, Fracture, the first single, The End of All We Know. It's done really well this year. It's got like 9 million streams or something. And just off the back of that and the sort of release campaign and releasing the album, we had this pent up, I guess like a lot of other bands, we had all the shows taken away from us. A lot of opportunities that we were going to be presented with could no longer happen. So we'd just been like, do you know that kind of sort of shaken feeling you get every now and again when you're really excited if you just get that little build up of that's what
all the time.
We've just had that for this year basically, and this show was so like not only the production and stuff is at the next level. Like you're seeing a band that were just ready to go in fucking January, and the red light came on and you get told to stop. And we've just been like ready for a gig, just shaking physically for months and months and months. And to be let loose on this was just, everybody felt it, man. And playing the songs from the new album that we'd never played in a live capacity before, and playing them as a band, and following social distancing rules and all this shit and lockdown, and we hadn't seen each other, and being able to be in the same space and have a couple of beers and just fucking let it rip, man, was... Oh, gives me goosebumps even thinking about it. I can't wait to watch this show again. Honestly, this is going to be the one.
Ali, let people know where they can get it and bundles and the whole 9 yards. Now, we'll put it in the description below for this video as well, mate.
Amazing. So bleedfromwithin.com is where you can go and you can get your tickets for Viral Hysteria. It's Friday the 16th of October. It starts at 8 p.m. BST. I believe that's 7 p.m. UTC. And yeah, if you type that stuff into Google, it's going to tell you where it is locally. Just keep an eye on all our social pages, and yeah, we'll be updating you as we go.
If you're in the US, that means it's 12 p.m. Pacific and 3 p.m. on the East Coast. Ali, thank you so much for your time, man. Congratulations on all the successes in 2020. There are so few bands that deserve it as much as you lot, mate. Fucking stoked for you.
Thank you so much, Terry, mate. I'll speak to you soon.
Get to like and share this video and join me on Twitch every Tuesday, Friday and Saturday for guest hangouts, new music votes, tier lists, band-specific competitions, weekly merch roundups and much, much more. That's twitch.tv/Mosh Talks. Find the link in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and I'll see you on notfest.com for all of the latest news, features and much more from the worlds of rock, metal and beyond.